Good Monday, makers. Welcome back to another episode of Maker Pipe Monday. It is the start of a new month, and that means it's time to vote and check out the builds for the Maker Pipe Build of the Month contest. We run it every month. People submit their builds with hashtag MakerPipeBOTM in our community, and we get a chance to check those out and then vote on the favorite one as a group. So let's take a look at them. We've got a great group of builds this month. I'm really excited to show you guys. Ed Mahoney, he built this fantastic kitchen island. It's got a beautiful butcher block top. He made a bottom shelf, and then he's got a third rung here for bells and whistles, hooks, or whatever you might want to use it for. It's on wheels, and then in this kitchen, which is a beautiful kitchen, but maybe not enough room for a dedicated island, it moves off to the side right by the refrigerator, and you've got some space in the middle of the kitchen. And when you need an island, you've got it. But he did a great job on this build. And if it wasn't enough, he did it for his son's new house, which is super cool. Thanks for sharing, Ed. Love your build. He's also been busy with a rack here for his exercise room for dumbbells. And he says it's not rocket science, and that's true. But he did models for this build and also for the kitchen island as well. He did SketchUp models, which is really nice to plan out his build. And then here's the rack for the dumbbells and balls and everything for his exercise room. I said it worked out well, but he wasn't quite able to get these two horizontal pipes close enough because he's got two connectors butting together, which gives you about 5 inches or so of space between those two pipes. So just keep that in mind if you're building another structure like that. You got to do it a little bit differently. But Ed, thanks so much for submitting your builds. Great job. I hope your son likes his new house and his new kitchen island. Next one we have is by Ed. And Ed is an ice fisherman. And check this out. He made a sled, an ice fishing sled with skis as runners. And there's some really cool stuff going on. I think this Otter Pro plastic basin is a sled in and of itself. But then he made it better by adding these old K2 skis, certainly vintage, and a Maker Pipe frame. You can check out where he drilled through the skis into a wooden block. And this is what I think is so smart. He made the skis removable for transportation with a simple bungee. So you can see he's got this wood block that the EMT sits into, but then the bungee goes around the top of it and holds it all together in tension. What a great idea. He can take the skis off, put in his truck or car, and then put them back on later down the road when he's ready to go ice fishing. Really cool build. I love seeing it, Ed. Thanks so much for posting it. Great submission to Build of the Month. Next one we've got is by Chris. And Chris has made a really neat trailer for his e-bike. That's electric powered, battery powered bike. And he wants to go on some long treks with this bike. And I can't blame him. But one of the challenges is powering the battery or recharging the e-bike battery. So what he did was he took a bike trailer off the shelf and then attached a solar panel onto that bike trailer. And he used Maker Pipe as part of the frame, but he also used a lot of neat things. He used 3D printed connectors that he made and some, here's an actuator, electric actuator that he used in there. But really cool build, and you can see it there. And it changes the angle of the panel to the sun. And here's a video. He has a YouTube channel, Chris does, called Serendipity Sue with a good number of subscribers. Oh, we've got to subscribe there. How embarrassing. Sorry, Chris. Now we're subscribed. Thank you. But yeah, check this out, his video where he shows the bike car in action. He's got, yeah, there's a full 360. And then check this out. As he's going down the road, the panel is adjusting to get the maximum angle from the sun. And he wants to, again, go on long trips with his bicycle rig. You can see here, he's pedaling, but also using the electric power. And then check it out. He's got one clip, there it is. he turned around on the road and the whole panel switched sides. So instead of the panel being on the dark side, now it's facing the light again, even though he changed direction. And that's when the penny dropped for me on how awesome of a build this is. So Chris, fantastic build. Thanks for the submission. And we love talking about your build. And thanks for mentioning us on YouTube, on your channel as well. We really appreciate it. And I hope you get to do some of those long treks. Next one we've got is our friend Raymond, and what he did is really unique. He's done a few builds in the past, but he's gearing up for his garden in the spring. And what you're looking at here is an existing build that he's made a long time ago as a nursery for his plants to germinate from seeds or small seedlings. And as the plants grow, he needs a way to adjust the light to get it as close as possible to the plants. And it looks like he's got two places to put seedlings, right here and then down here. And then these things here are the light and reflector mounted on a cross pipe with MakerPipe. So inherently, you can unconnect MakerPipe connectors with the Allen wrench and then reposition it and move it up. Which doesn't take too long, but there's a better way. And I think Raymond really might have cracked onto something, because what he did to make those lights quick detach and quick adjustable, so as the plants grow, he moves them up, is he came up with this, which is a spring-loaded bolt that's attached to the other side with the connector, and the nut stationary, excuse me. So essentially what he has is he's got a way to hold the connector, push the bolt against the spring tension. It then releases the tension on the connector, pushes the opposite side of the connector out, and then he's able to slide it up and down with his hand. So cool. It looks like a one-hand operated adjustable T-connector, which is just fantastic. I've got to try it for myself. Raymond, thanks so much for sharing this hack. It is a really cool one with a lot of creativity. And he goes through in his post and talks about, all the material he used, his step-by-step instructions. So Raymond, thanks for writing all that out and sharing that with the group. And really cool build to have a nursery for this upcoming growing season. Thanks so much. Always like seeing your builds, Raymond. The next one we've got, and the last one for this month, is Marty's submission, where he did this beautiful workstation, dual workstation, where he's got his wife's business is taking off, so he's had to surrender some of his man cave area to her laser engraving or cutting business, and he made this dual workstation for him and his wife to share this space, and it really came out neat. He's got shelving up here. He's got a large desktop surface, and then he's got some space for cabinets and things below as well. One of the things I love about it is he took and he continued a piece of conduit vertically all the way through all the shelves. And this is a good technique, but he drilled holes for the conduit to run through the shelf and then built it as he goes. So he'd build one rung, put the shelf on, build another, put the shelf on, and then stacked it up, which yields a lot of space, really clean look, and really secure shelving and desktop as well. So really neat build. I hope your wife's business does great and keeps taking off, but not for the sake of your man cave. I hope you don't lose that as well, and you guys are able to work something out. But Marty, thanks for posting your build. We appreciate your business, and we'd love to see some more. And that's all the builds we've got for this week. Thank you everybody for tuning in, and thanks everyone who posted their builds and information in the community. We truly appreciate it. If you'd go and like the video, subscribe to the channel if you like seeing these builds, and for the makers who have submitted their builds, and for us, take a minute, go to the website and the community and vote for your favorite build. I know they'd appreciate it. We'd appreciate it. Thanks so much, everyone. We'll see you next time. Bye.